Hello and welcome to app number 2. This time we're going to build a game, a guess what number I'm thinking of game, and it's going to look like this. The program will start up and it will randomly choose a number between 0 and 100, and then it'll interact with the user going back and forth until they figure out what that number is. It'll ask them to enter a number and it'll say, no, that's too low, no, that's too high, and then finally you can see the user was able to figure out, hey, 71 was the number the program selected. So this is a pretty straightforward app, but you're going to learn a lot while we build it. So what specifically? Well, we're going to focus in on Boolean statements and switching between code blocks. So we're going to start out by talking about Boolean expressions, things like x is greater than y is not nothing, the user has entered some valid text, those kinds of things. And we'll use that in two basic places. One is going to be an if, else if category. So if the number is greater than the one you guessed, you want to print one thing. Otherwise, you might want to print something else, like the number's too high, no, in the other case, print the number's too low, but also in while loops, because we want our app to go around and around until the person, the user, has selected the right number. They've guessed the right number. So we're going to sort of use a conditional test to keep going until the numbers match. Closely related to this Boolean concept is something I'm calling truthiness. You'll see that objects within Python are imbued with a truth or falseness. We'll leverage that as a key building block in our Boolean expressions. We'll also learn about type conversion. Users will enter text, but we need to actually work with numbers. Previously, we composed strings by using the plus symbol, but Python has an extremely rich formatting API, and we'll start looking at that here. We're going to just get into the very basics of functions as a way to compose our app into more understandable and maintainable building blocks. And part of that is going to be understanding code blocks, which are a little, let's say, unique in Python.